Hey everyone, welcome back to QSR Nation, your go-to source for food service marketing and business strategies for success.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of QSR Nation. As always, we have Josh, Beth, Tony, and Grant coming today from the PFS Brands National Headquarters in Holtzville, Missouri, to talk about food service marketing and business strategies for success. Well, it's good to be back with you guys. I've been out a couple weeks, but
first podcast back.
I know,
yeah,
first one. I feel like a
newbie.
Yeah, newbie. That's the word I was going to
use. Hashtag newbie.
Yeah. So obviously, there's some big events going on around the nation, and we were going to talk about outdoor eating arrangements and things like that. And Beth was going to show us how to set up a sweet Snapchat filter. But we're going to pivot to talk about COVID-19.
Yeah. I'd say still think about what you're going to do with your outdoor dining. I mean, it's going to pass. I mean, you will be doing these things eventually. So if you're going to have a little downtime right now, I use that to, maybe get those plans in place so that you can see what's a way to maximize the opportunity once everybody comes out of their homes has been done being stir crazy. They want to be outside, suck up some of that vitamin D in the sun and just really actually enjoy being out and about.
Yeah. Well, and outdoor dining will actually be safer than having everyone congregate inside. Yeah. So that might be the next step. Once they once we get a little bit farther into this, maybe outdoor dining will be kind of partly a solution. Like if you can eat outside, eat outside.
As long as you're sanitizing those hard surfaces.
Yeah, and that's just this whole thing just shows that, not saying that restaurants and businesses weren't doing it, but if nothing else, it's a great opportunity to look at best practices and find some efficient ways to make sure that everything's staying very clean, sanitized. One great aspect about this too, I think, from a little bit different angle, maybe when we're talking about labor shortages, and every person's got to be there every day and stuff, and the position that we may, as employers, be putting our team in by. I'm not saying let them take advantage of you. This could be a slippery slope. But, if someone doesn't feel well or they have someone at home that doesn't feel well, maybe you just understand that it's in everyone's best interest to suck it up a little bit, let them take care of what needs to get taken care of, and then come back strong. And instead of, some of these companies, not knocking them for having their point systems. They're there for a reason. It's for consistency and fairness, I understand. But sometimes life happens, and you've just got to be... if you aren't flexible, you're probably going to want to be out of business, just in my personal opinion. You've got to find ways to be flexible with people and with the way things come up. But, that's just my own, harsh outlook.
But if we look at some of the positives that can come out of this, even though I know it's kind of hard right now, is there's different opportunities for you to be able to still reach your customers that are still trying to do the social distancing thing. You can also offer curbside pickup for any of your retailers that are, that they have that opportunity. Obviously, if you do have a drive-through area, definitely use that to your advantage. Or if you have mobile apps that people can order from, make sure that you're just setting up different processes that people can go in to where you're limiting your staff's access to the public, but also the public doesn't have to go into your facility. So just look at those different opportunities, whether it's, even if it's gift certificates or postponing those certain events. Did I steal something from you, Grant, by chance? I'm sorry.
We'll go more in depth about that later.
But just look at those different opportunities that you do have to still maintain that business, also maintain your relationships with your customers, but also giving them the benefit of the doubt that they may not necessarily want to go visit your facility and stay inside, but they can still have access to your food or whatever you're doing.
And a large percentage of the public right now actually is very concerned and wants to do their part to not spread the disease. So make sure if a customer does have certain requests or something, make sure you're accommodating as much as you can to help them.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing too is, even though you may not have as much of the face-to-face interaction with people right now through this period and time they're going through, this is a great opportunity to really maximize what social media was originally intended to do, which is to connect people that could maybe physically be connected. So, take a moment, do some video, show people, a little bit more about your operation. Use it as a great opportunity to educate them a little bit more, show them, how you appreciate them. Have some interactive, games or something, or have them help you name the next menu item that you're going to bring out as a limited time offer. Once this is broke and everyone can start coming back. But have some fun with it. The worst thing you could do is just shut down, mole up, and just say, well, this is going to be horrible. actually just, extroverts are freaking out. I want to be stuck inside. But it's okay. You still have the internet and, use social media to have some fun and keep some really lightheartedness about this and positivity as we move through it.
Yeah, for sure. I know another thing Tony and I were talking about in a meeting yesterday is grab and go and prepackaged things. You might be short-staffed during this time, so that will save you time just handing out those prepackaged meals instead of customizing each meal. It does take away the customization process of it, but it does speed up the process.
Well, yeah, and especially, because we were talking about how labor forces may be a little bit lighter now because some people may not be able to come to work. Mm-hmm. So, if that happens, taking that extra step to create those pre-packed items, customers will appreciate it because it's quick and easy for them so they can get, done what they need to do, go fight over toilet paper or whatever, but, have all that stuff taken care of and then, move about their day to get home and get their family fed.
You can also use this opportunity as there are a lot of schools that are closing down. So a lot of those children that may not necessarily have access to full 3 meals a day, you can use this as a chance to be able to use some of those products that might be expiring if you don't have enough business that's coming in there to be able to donate back to your local community or give it back to a very discounted price just to make sure that you're still out there and helping your community.
And to note, she did not say expired. She said that, may be expiring.
Yes, may be expiring.
Less shelf life.
Yes, shorter shelf life.
Yes.
Help yourself and your community out with that. So we just keep, again, I think big thing takeaways is just stay positive.
Yeah, we all need to help each other during this time. So that's a great idea, Beth.
Thank you.
Oh, and the best thing I think that came out of this whole thing is that Beth's finally washing her hands.
Yeah,
I know. It's been ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. Like every day I'm like, could you please quit touching your face?
Yeah.
Okay, the moment that they did say that you're not supposed to touch your face, that's all I do. Yeah, I my eyes itch, everything. And thank you. I've taken 2 showers this month, so I'm really proud of myself.
Not just on Saturday night.
On that note.
Grant has something written down over there on his little handy-dandy note.
It's because he's organized.
Well, I did want to ask the question as far as traditional media.
Well, ask it.
Radio, TV, what's any advice? Should people cut back?
So there was a time, like through the Great Depression, that I think was.
You were alive.
I was alive. I was actually probably running an ad agency back then. I was the oldest person in the agency then as well. But it was, and you can fact check me on this. I don't care. I'm going to say this story anyhow, regardless. It's a good story, even if it's not true. But Post and Kellogg's were like the 2 largest cereal companies at the time, and really still are. But Post was number 1. Economic times shifted heavily. They pulled back a lot of their advertising. Kellogg did not, and Kellogg emerged on the other side of that as number 1 cereal company and has never relinquished that position. So if you are in a financial position to at least maintain your presence, I would say do so. Some companies are in a position they could actually, throttle up here and they could actually increase presence, and in top-of-mind awareness and take advantage of some opportunities of mobile media time. People are going to be spending more time in front of television, or more time listening to the radio, more time in front of
listening for news updates.
Yeah.
Right now.
So you could actually take advantage of that time in front of people and throttle up your advertising. I think the natural inclination is to pull back. Sales are going to be down. I'm going to yank this back.
Yeah.
And if you're not in a good financial position, you may have to do that.
That's what it comes down to, is the financial situation.
But I think that you do need to still let people know that, even if, let's say you're a restaurant, which is who our target listener is mainly. But if you're a QSR, if you have a drive-through, you still need to be advertising that you have drive-through, because I know stores go through remodels and they keep drive-through open. Stores go through issues with whether like HVAC replacement or water damage on the inside. They keep the drive-through open. You can garner a lot of business and support your team that is already employed with you a lot of times if you just keep advertising that, because people they think, well, if restaurants are shut down, then they're shut down. They may not realize that the dine-in side may be shut down, but the to-go and carry-out third-party delivery is an opportunity. If you haven't tried it now, hey, as long as they've got you have tamper-evident, containers, jump into that field right now and try it if it's available in your market.
Yeah, we were just talking yesterday about how it's kind of ironic how third-party delivery is taken off this year, and now it almost seems like it's a good thing. Like they were testing it out for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a precursor of the curse. But no, so I think that's a great question. Is
Good job, Grant.
Yeah, I know. Look at you.
Thanks.
High
Thanks for
five.
answering.
Actually,
Yeah.
elbow five.
Yeah, no
There
high
you
fives
go.
in
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was
so
awkward to watch.
That wasn't the elbow that I coughed into, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Ew.
Oh wow, just ruined
No, that's
that
a good
up.
thing, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. I hope
Yeah,
Beth
cough
can
the
say
left
the same.
elbow. Right.
But yeah, so I mean, definitely, when you're not using your coughing elbow, check out, what your financial position is, and really evaluate your entire business. Don't create a knee-jerk reaction. Again, step back, write out pros and cons, find out what can you really accentuate right now to show people you're still in business and you have product available for them,
Yeah.
and then go after that.
Closely related to the financial position that you're in, Beth mentioned the gift certificates, which I saw circulating on like social media and stuff. People were posting, make sure to support your local businesses right now. And since you can't, maybe you won't be able to go in and sit down or order from their restaurant. The way you could do that is by buying a gift certificate and then holding that until the next time you go out there.
Yeah, that's
So
a great idea.
It's a good idea. And then also maybe to take a proactive approach from a business standpoint, since people, like consumers, are also going to be financially strained. So maybe offer some sort of discount. You could offer a $50 gift certificate for like $40, so like $10 off.
Yeah.
That way you still have some of that revenue coming in, but then they get a slight deal, whenever they come back and use
That's
that.
good stuff.
Yeah, and my buddy Tim Turner, he posted on social media, like,
Free plug, Tim.
Hey, Tim is my hero. All right, serious. And yeah, definitely free plug. But what? I'm telling you, the guy's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyhow, he is my man crush. He knows that. He's my brother. He posted on social media about, remember these restaurants and businesses that you went and solicited and asked to support your baseball team, your soccer team, you support your school, support your charity, support your all the stuff that they have given to. And now, maybe this is the time, like you said, go buy a gift certificate from them. Support them. Continue to keep them in mind because, they have supported your business or your whatever it was, club or team. Make sure that, you reciprocate that now and help everybody just move through this. It'll be fine. Just get a little bit.
Because the Walmarts and Amazons, they can weather the storm, but the smaller locally owned businesses may not be able to.
That's right.
Well said.
Yeah, it
Well
was
said,
deep.
man.
Wow.
So yeah,
Thank you.
just remember we're all in this together. Help each other out for sure. Obviously, if you have any questions, you reach out to us at qsrnation@pfsbrands.com. Actually, is that still an email address? I've been gone a while.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah.
It's QSRNation
Don't we
at
have-
PFSbrands.com.
Well, we have the whole
We have
website now.
the website. There's a contact form on there. So qsrnationpodcast.com.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You can also find that link to any of our websites through our social media. So we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Be sure to check out all of our bi-weekly videos that we are doing so you can get a preview of what's coming the next week. Also, they're just really fun to watch sometimes. They're not really fun to record because,
It's awkward.
yeah, we're really awkward. But if you ever want to just kind of brighten up your day and make yourself feel better about
You
yourself,
need someone to laugh at.
Yeah.
where are those people?
It's like a 2-minute blooper reel that wasn't supposed to be a blooper reel. It's
I just never know what to do with my hands during this.
Yeah, I don't. If you ever notice, Josh
Wash
doesn't know
them.
what to do with his hands. I have no idea where to look. Grant just awkwardly smiles in the back.
and holds a coffee cup.
Easter
Don't
egg.
tell.
Oh shit!
Oh. Well, that's
Oh yeah, and drop us a line. Let us know how you are handling COVID-19 or any steps you're taking to ensure the safety of your customers. So that'd be awesome to hear.
awesome. And I think we're going to be talking to one of our favorite podcast people, Carrie Luxem, and we're going to be talking about the
Trying to make that
COVID-19.
happen.
Yeah,
Trying
we're going to make that
really
happen.
quick. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I think we'll also have Alex Materia coming up
Yeah.
soon too.
Yeah.
And he's Subway franchisee and talking about how they're dealing and moving through things as well. So lots of great stuff coming up. Be sure to keep listening.
Yep, and do your part. Stay home, stay safe, and
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
For your team here at QSR Nation, we'll talk to you next week. Or in a couple weeks. I guess it depends on when Carrie comes on.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you very soon.
Be sure to join us again for the next episode of QSR Nation.